Just have a warm up. Yeah, lovely garden. Both arms forward. And back. Right arm forward. And back. Left arm forward. Back. Shake it loose. Right. Grab your wrist round. Grab your right wrist. And tie back the other way. And out. Yeah. And now in. There. So as you grab that, grab your thumb, push in there. Yeah, so that just articulates your wrist fully in both directions. So if you happen to punch somebody and turn it in, it strengthens the tendons a little bit. Okay, other wrist round. And tight. Back. Away from you. And in. Shake it loose. Okay. Right arm across, arm behind the elbow, just stretch across there. Over the top. So over the top of your head, over the back there, pull down. Across the back, just grab and don't pull too hard. And then wrist on the hip there, just 2 fingers on the back of the elbow, pull that in a little bit. Take it loose, other arm, cross. Over the top. Across the back. There again. Wrist on the hip, bring it in. Okay. Hips round. Untie, pull away. Okay, from there, hands against your back there. Feet a bit more than a shoulder width apart. Push forward, look up. From there, just interlace your fingers. Yeah, so you're going to do that. Push forward and out. Pick your toes up. Just push forward. And again. Sun. Shi. And up to the middle. Okay, so from there, what you're going to do now, when we get back in, same with your hands interlaced like that. You're going to push up, come up on the balls of your feet. So you're standing on the balls of your feet, heels off the floor. Now from there, push down towards the floor. From there up. And down. Up. And down. And up to the middle. Take your hands loose. There. So what we're going to do now, put your hands together there. Yeah. Just push together. Now from there, push your hands out. Yeah. And then press, pull back in. And then up. And down. Keep pushing together. And down. And up. Now onto the tips of your fingers. Push again. Then up. Down. Down. And up. And then to the centre. There. Okay. And make a fist. Okay? Make a fist. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put your knuckles together there so they make together. Okay? So they make together. Not like that. Not so your knuckles are pressing on each other. So your knuckles actually interlock with each other. Yeah, like that. That's it. And from there, keep them nice and straight. Keep your wrists nice and straight. Push. Itch. Ni. San. Ji. Do. Ro. Jish. Latch. Do. Do that. Turn them level. Push again. Itch. Ni. San. Ji. Do. Ro. Jish. Latch. Do. Do. Now turn them upside down there. This feels a bit weird, but it's a good stretch for the back of your arms. Itch. Ni. San. Chi. Do. Ro. Jish. Latch. Do. Do. And relax. If you do that one a little bit, when you go this way round and you do that one a little bit, it helps put some extra snap in there. Yeah, because it helps push here. So when you actually stretch this a little bit, it helps with that bit of transmission. Alright? That's what I find anyway. Okay? Right. So now let's go on to the legs. Okay, left knee up, right knee up, sorry. Pull it in. Grab your ankle, push down into your hand. Up to the side. Shake it loose. Now your left knee up. Grab your ankle and push down. Up to the side. Shake it loose. Okay. Now from there, feet double shoulder width. Four in one, right knee first. Itch. Knee. San. Shi. Itch. Knee. San. Shi. Up to the middle. Brings me. Nice and okay, from there, toes up. Yeah. You're going to go from there to there. So you're rocking your feet, lift your toes there, there. Okay. Itch, knee, sun, she, go, rock, she, hat, jerk, itch, knee, sun, she, go, rock, she, hat, jerk. Just pick your toes up. That's good. Now point your foot out, right foot out, my Gary. Now out. Whoop. Yoke Gary. Now turn it in. Shira Gary. Whoop. And down now the other one. My Gary. Yoke Gary. And turn it round. We muted. Everybody okay? Good. We'll put you back up there. Right. Senpai Tom was saying that I should introduce myself before we actually start. So, my name's Andy Rotherham. I'm from the Derby Club. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? Yeah? My name's Andy Rotherham. I'm from the Derby Club. I've been doing Kyokushin for something like 35 years now. I've known Tom since he was about as tall as Holly and George. And he had a lot of hair. Remember the mohawk, Tom? Everybody loved that mohawk, mate. I said to my wife today, she said, "Who are you doing a session for?" I said, "Tom from Melbourne." She said, "Oh, the one with the mohawk." That's always the one that we remember you for, mate. You've ever seen any pictures of him doing that? He said, "Best haircut ever," honestly. So what I'm going to do for you tonight is just going to go through some stuff that we do normally in the IFK syllabus. It might be a little bit different to some of the stuff that you do in the IKKU. It may be very similar, but all I've been trying to think of today and the past week is stuff that we're going to do in a reasonably tight space. Okay, so we're going to do some Kion. We're going to work on 17 hands and 21 kicks. We're going to look at the Kion kata, left, right, forward, back, left, forward, back, forward. You'll get that in a minute. And then we're going to look at Sanchin and the Bukino kata and Tensho in Taiki Ken Keke. So that should take us best part of an hour easy. Yeah. If you guys have got any questions for me during or after, please unmute yourself and ask. Okay. Because I'm here to help. So if there's anything you want to ask me or anything you want to talk about or you want me to go through again, just unmute yourself and give me a shout. Right? Okay. Right. Let's make a start. So I'm presuming everybody's reasonably warm. So the first thing we're going to do is 17 hands. Now, Senpai Tom, you all know the 17 hands, but we'll just go through it nice and steady. Both arms out at Jodan, please. Turn your right arm over and bring it back. Okay? So we'll go through them nice and steady. You've got Jodan punch, Shudan punch, Gedan punch, bring your arms in, yeah, Hurricane, Yamaguchi, turn your arms round, Hurricane, Seiyu Yamaguchi, drop them down, Hurricane, ease up, now bring your right arm up behind your head, Hurricane, Oroshi, drop that one back, Hurricane, Mawashi, okay? And then from there, you open your hands, you're coming through. Shito Sukusuchi. Shito Yokogamanuchi. Shito Uchikole. Shito Hizuuchi. And then from there, Jodanuki. Ochuki, Sotuki, get on right. Okay, is everybody okay with that? Yeah? Want to give it a go? All right, well, we'll give it a go. So both arms out again, please. Right arm back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hatch, her, sh. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Good stuff. You're doing it better than I do. Let's try it again. So right hand starts again. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hatch, whoop. Good. Hang on. Start again. I got it wrong. Start again. Sorry, guys. Right arm back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hatch, sh, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Yeah, there's something wrong there, Tom, I know. Hang on a minute. Just bear with me a second, guys.
Us, Sensei, I always thought the Shito Sakotsu is on the 10th Zur.
Yeah. I've got it wrong. I missed one out. I'm trying to figure out which. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Arakan.
7, 8. What am I doing wrong?
3. Uchi, Seiya, Hizo, Oroshi, Mawashi. Then it's Shito Sakotsu, Yoko, Uchikomi.
Right, let's do it again. I'll get it right this time.
Us.
Sorry, guys. See, it doesn't matter how many of these you've got, you can get it wrong. Right, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hatch. I've done it again. Jesus Christ. Again. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hatch. And again. What am I missing, Tom?
What are we missing? You've confused me now.
Yeah, I know. So
You got 3. This is going really well, but you've got 3 Oiskis, then you've got the Orikans, and then you've got the Shitos.
Izo, Oroshi, Mawashi. Okay. And then Shito.
Shito Shikotsu, Shito Yoko,
Uchi,
Uchikomi, Shito Hizo.
Get them right. Hang on. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oroshi, Mawashi.
8, 9,
9,
10,
10.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
What have we missed?
I don't know. Oh my God. Hang on a minute.
What have we missed, everyone? We taught this the other week. I've got it written down actually here, Sensei. Hold on.
Come on, what did I miss?
Could it be Morotoski?
No.
Is
Okay.
there an Agauchi in it?
Pardon?
Is there an Agauchi?
Title.
Where are they?
Title, innit?
I've got it written down somewhere on one of my bits of paperwork. It's going well, isn't it, tonight, guys? Where have I put the 17 techniques?
Come on, Tom, sort it out.
I've actually got it written down there.
I think it's an Agauchi that's missing.
1, 2, 3. Yes, it's Ago. Is it Ago? And then,
Yeah, well done. Well done.
yeah, we missed the Agouchi and then the Orikans.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much from the youngest member.
Well done,
Let's
Farron
try again
Injured.
then. Both arms out. Back.
Thank you.
Jodan. Chudan. Get down. Tikanago. Oriken. Yeah. Oriken. 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 Roshi. Oriken. Mawashi. Sto. Sto. Yamashi. Sto. Izo. Yeah. Sto. Izo. Jonuki. Ochuki. Sotuki. Get it right. Thank you very much for the Spanish audience. Right, let's do it again. Right arm back. Hitch, knee, sun, shoot, go, rope, sheath, hatch, good, shirt, hitch, knee, sun, shoot, go, rope, shoot. Sorry, I was counting too fast then. Let's do it again. Right arm back, please. Hitch, knee, sun, sheep, go, rope, sheesh, hatch, good, shirt, hitch, knee, sun, sheep, go, rope, sheep. Okay, now other arm. Okay, so you've got that right arm down, start with your left. Okay, hitch, knee, sun, sheep, go, rope, sheesh, hatch, good, shirt, hitch, knee, sun, sheep, go, rope, sheep. Excellent. You're all doing it better than I do. That's good. Okay, now we'll move on to 21 kicks. Have you all done this before? 21 kicks?
They may have done it once or twice with me, Sensei.
Okay. But me and Senpai Tom have been discussing it, and it's changed very slightly over the years. Because it used to be 17 hands and 17 kicks many years ago. It was very same, but there was a lot of cheating in the middle. So some extra bits have been added. Let me try and move my camera over a little bit. Just move my camera over a bit so I don't kick the wall. Okay? So we're starting with the right leg, and you've got, we'll just go through them nice and steady. Izagiri, okay? And now Mawashi Izagiri. So it goes round and in. Let me put the camera down a bit so you can see the leg better. Okay, start again, right leg, Izagiri. Mawashi Izagiri, Kingari, Maigari Chudan, Maigari Jodan. Yeah? Maichu Soku Kiari, Ki Soku Mawashi Soku Kiari, I Soku Mawashi Uchi Kiari, and Sikoto Yoku Kiari. Yeah? Now the Mawashis, Geran Mawashi Geri, Chudan Mawashi Geri, Jodan Mawashi Geri. Okay, now this is the bit where it's a little bit different. So now with your right leg, you're going to do Kansetsu Geri to the side. Okay? Right leg, Kansetsu Geri to the side. Now with your left leg, you're going to do Kansetsu Geri to the front. Okay? Now from there, with the left leg again, you do Chudan Yokigeri. Okay? And then with the right leg, Chudan Yokigeri to the front. Now with the right leg again, Jodan Yokigeri. And with the left leg, Jodan, Yokogeri to the front. And then right leg, a Shirigiri Gera, a Shirigiri Chudan, a Shirigiri Jodan. The reason for this is originally the kicks, originally the kicks were Gedan, Chudan, Jodan, and the reason the change was people were just going and not really getting any good exercise out of it. So to make sure that you do the kick properly, now you have to articulate the kicks and move your feet properly. Okay? So it makes it a little bit more difficult, but it does make sure you do the kicks right. Okay, that? Okay, so let's start again. So Hizageri, Mawashi Hizageri, Kingeri, Maigeri Chudan, Maigeri Jodan. Mai Chusoka Pyagi, Jisoka Moshi, Soka Pyagi, Mai Soka Moshi, Uchi Pyagi, Skoto Yoko Pyagi. Gedan Moshigeri, Chudan Moshigeri, Jodan Moshigeri. Now from there, Pansetsugeri, Pansetsugeri Mai, left leg again, Chudan Yokogeri, Chudan Yokogeri Mai, right leg again, Jodan Yokogeri, Jodan Yokogeri Mai, then right leg, Shirigiri Gera, Chudan, Jodan. Okay? Now, what I've got, guys, is I've got a sheet with all that printed on. The original sheet with all that printed on. So I'm going to send it to Senpai Tom so he can send it out to you guys. Okay? So what we'll do now, just to finish this little bit off, we're going to do 17 hands and then 21 kicks straight after. Okay? So I just count you guys correctly. Both arms out, pull back, hitch, knee, san, shi, go, rub, shi, hatch, good, sure. Hitch, knee, san, shi, go, rub, shi. Start with your right leg again, hitch, knee, san, shi, go, rub, shi, hatch, good, sure. Hitch, knee, san, shi, go, rub, shi, hatch, good, sure, hitch. Good stuff. I went off a bit quick there, didn't I? Sorry, guys. Okay. Everybody okay with that? Yeah? Okay. Right. So, as I was saying tonight, I was thinking of stuff that you can do in a tight space because, you know, I haven't got lots of space. I don't think a lot of us have at the moment, unless we've got, you know, double garages instead of single ones, they Tom. You'd love twice as much room as that, wouldn't you, mate? Okay. So I've been thinking of things, yeah. So in the BKK IFK, we have a set way of practicing the syllabus pretty much on the spot. And I'm just going to run through 10th, 9th and 8th Q. Okay? It's a thing called the Kion. I don't know if you have you done it before, Tom?
What? Keon? Sorry, Keon Kata?
No, Kion on the spot.
Yeah, us.
Okay, that's good. All right, so we'll just do a few going through them on the spot. Okay, so then 10th cue first. Let me move this camera a little bit again. Okay, so what we're doing, arms out, Jodan. Yeah. Your first move is Marotoski Jodan. And then Marotoski Chudan. Murata-ski Gedan. Yeah. And then, so let's start again. Arms up to Jodan, please, everybody. Murata-ski Jodan. Murata-ski Chudan. Murata-ski Gedan. Pull your right arm back. Punch Jodan. Oiski Jodan. Oiski Chudan. Oiski Gedan. Then the right arm over. Block Jodanuki. Drop it down. Block Gedan Bride. That's your right arm, so your left leg goes first. So from there, Hiza Gamangeri with your left leg. And then Kingari with your right. Okay? So let's just do that one more time. Arms out to Jodan. Get this up. I need a better camera than this, don't I? So from there, Jodan, Chudan, Gedan, right arm comes back, Jodan, Chudan, Gedan, turn it over, Jodanuki, drop it down, Gedan Bride, hands to there, cover, left leg, Hiza-gari, King-gari on your right. Okay? Let's just try with a count one more time. Arms out. Edge. Lead. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Shish. Hatch. Ke. Shi. Okay? Everybody got that? All right. Now, to make it a bit more interesting, because obviously you can do this a lot, you just go through it, and once you get into sort of mix of it, it's you can get through it that fast. To make it a bit more interesting, and to make you think a bit more, what we've done is we've introduced, then you do it all on the right, all on the left, and then alternate. Okay? So the Murata-skis are still the same, but then when you punch Jodan, cover, Chudan, cover, Gedan, cover, Jodanuki with your right arm, Gedan Bride with your right arm, Hiza-gari with your right leg, King-gari with your left leg. And then the next step, you switch to the other side. Does everybody understand that? Yeah? So let's give it a try. We're going to do righty, lefty, alternate. Okay? We'll just do it nice and steady. So, Jodan, Chudan, Gedan. Pull the right arm back. Jodan, cover, Chudan, cover, Gedan, cover. Jodanuki with the right arm, Gedan Bride with the right arm, cover for kicking, Hiza-gari with the right leg, King-gari with the right leg. Okay, now Murata-ski again, pitch, knee, San, this time left arm back, Jodan, cover, Chudan, cover, Gedan, turn it round, Jodanuki, Gedan Bride, Hiza-gari with your left leg, King-gari with your left leg. And now back to normal, so alternate. Jodan, Chudan, Gedan, right arm back, Jodan, Chudan, other arm, Gedan, Jodanuki with the left, Gedan Bride with the right, left leg, Hiza-gari, right leg, King-gari. Okay? So let's go through the whole set, all on the right, all on the left, alternate. Okay? So just let me, I'll count nice and steady. We'll just go through it. Arms out, pitch, knee, san, shi, go, rook, shish, hatch, Ke, Shi. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Ro, Shi, Hatch, Ke, Shi. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Ro, Shi, Hatch, Ke, Shi. Okay? Yeah? Everybody all right? Good stuff. Now, if you get really ambitious, on the end of that, you do it backwards. So you start with the kicks and finish with the punches. Okay? So let's remember the order we went through. Okay? So now we're going to do that backwards. Okay? So start with your right leg, Kingeri. Izagari with your left. Gedamrai with your right. Jodanuki with your left. Oiski Gedan, right hand. Shudan with your left. Jodan with your right. Marotoski Gedan. Marotoski Shudan. Marotoski Jodan. Okay, so let's try that one again. So right leg goes first, going backwards. Kingeri. Izagari. Gedamrai. Jodanuki. Get on with your right. Shoot out with your left. Jodan with your right. Marotoski. Get on. Marotoski. Jodan. Marotoski. Jodan. Okay? So let's just try that through with a reasonably natural count. Okay? So from there, we're going to start with the right leg first with a kick. Ready? Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go, Rub, Cheesh, Hatch, Ke, Sh. Okay, so now what you do is you put all that together. Yeah, you go right, left, alternate, backwards. So you do it 4 times. All right, so we'll take it nice and steady. Ready? Arms out, everything on the right side. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Ro, Shish, Hatch, Ke, Sh. Everything on that side. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Ro, Shish, Hatch, Ke, Sh. Alternate. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Ro, Shish, Hatch, Ke, Sh. Backwards. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Ro, Shish, Hatch, Ke, Sh. And narrow. Okay, so you can see what you can do with that is, Tom, can you just unmute yourself a minute, please?
Us?
Yeah, have you done these all the way through the grades, mate?
Yeah, we have a set, so it's very similar. I think the only difference is we have a hook punch in blue belt with the tataski, stashki, then you've got kagaski and then the juntskis. So yeah, we run through the syllabus just on the spot.
Okay, so the way that this will work then is you can set this up for every single one. You can do right, left, both backwards. Right, left, both backwards all the way through. And it does make, you know, instead of 10 techniques, that you've done 40. Instead of 15 on a kick for us, you do 60. So it can soon give you a really good workout when you're actually going through them. Okay?
Us, Sensei, how do you do the juntski and the off the same arm?
Pardon?
How would you do junt off the same arm? Sorry.
No.
Us.
Look over there.
Us.
Yeah. Make sure they get there every time. So it's definitely a stance you've got to use. Because, yeah, So just make sure you cover, because what can happen, I know what you're thinking, people go, yeah, but you've got to cover and in every time. Cover, in every time. You do it like that. Okay? So there's something for you guys to work on, sort of get those, but particularly the backwards ones, they're quite taxing, because you go through and through these things. I think these were first introduced about 1996, so about 4 years ago, and she asked us all to do them backwards, and it was a fiasco. Yeah, because we'd all be going blah, 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 and nobody thinks, oh, we should start with a kick. You know, so again, what he's trying to do is make you think of what you're doing and how you use the techniques, rather than just blindly banging all the way through. Okay? Everybody all right with that? Yeah, all okay. Okay. Just another sweep. Right, we're going to move on to Kyokushin now. How are we doing for time anyway? What time is it? Is that an hour already? Goodness. Are you guys okay to carry on for a bit longer?
We've got as much time as you want, Sensei.
Well, I'll tell you what. Do you do the Kyokushin left, right, forward, right, left, forward, back, forward?
I do in my club,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure the IKKU do Kyokushin.
Okay. So I'll just go through an explanation of that, because I really wanted to spend a little time on...
They might know it, sorry, as like fighting kata, because it's left, right, forward, back, forward, left, right, forward, back, forward. Yeah.
Shihan Norman took us through it, I think, twice over the last 4.5 years, but otherwise we usually don't do it.
Okay. Well, it's just a little thing. It's a little thing that we do, really, just to make you to move around in your stances. So we'll just try it for a couple of minutes, because I want to move on to the katas and things that we're going to talk about tonight. If that's all right for everybody. We'll just try it with a punch. Ah! This might be slightly different from your version, Matthew, but we'll see. So from there, just going to step into, from there, a left fighting stance. Okay? So from there, left fighting stance, and now right fighting stance. Okay? So you just turn around, step to right fighting stance. All you've done is just move your foot across. I'll tell you what, let me do it again and put it on my feet a bit. You guys see my feet. So from there, left, right, yeah, forward, yeah, back, forward. And then from there, right, left, forward, back, forward. Okay, and then finish. Let me pull this back up here. Now you see the feet. So what we're doing is, from there, turn to your left with your left foot in front. Turn to your right, push your right foot back, turn to your right. Now you're going to move your left foot forward, push forward. Okay? Now you push your right foot across, turn around, push into fighting stance there, and your left foot comes round again, push back to the front. Now from there you move your right foot into fighting stance, move right. Yeah, turn, push your left foot through, turn to your left, and then you push forward with your right foot, push your left foot across, turn around, and push your right foot through, turn back to the front. Okay? What I'll have to do, Tom, is get a video with all of me on and send it through to you, mate.
Us, yeah, we can WhatsApp it to the group. That's fine. Thank you, Sensei.
Okay. Because all that you do with this, I'll just do a quick demonstration. You can put all sorts of techniques in. You can do kicks, you can do blocks or whatever. But it's to get you moving your feet. So you'll have to to imagine how my feet were before. From there, sorry, that's left, right, forward, back, forward, right, left, forward, back, forward. Okay, and you can do with kicks, left. Let me put it on my legs again.
Us Sensei, when I was young and used to train us when we were when I was a little peewee, I remember you and Senpai Howard used to say it was like you were Bruce Lee, and you had all these men around you, and you had to sort of fight one forward, then one behind you, then one to the back front, and you had to strike, you know, use it as like you were fighting lots of different people.
It is, yeah, because particularly I like the one the best with Hizagari, because that's kneeing lots of people in the face. Yeah, so I'm coming from there,
Oh.
there, 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 there. Yeah, so it's left, right. So if you get this, left, right, forward, back, forward, right, left, forward, back, forward. Okay, you can do it with Oi technique, Gaku technique. It helps you to move around really well on the floor and get your attacks in from all sorts of different angles. Okay. All right. Right. All right. So, which out of you guys knows Tensho? You all know Tensho?
Us,
Yeah. Everybody knows
Us.
it.
I think the Pharaohs know it.
Do the Pharaohs know it?
Us.
I've seen it, but I don't know it.
Well, Mache, it's a piece of cake. Okay?
Us.
Really easy. You only do like one thing and repeat it 3 times. You'll see what I mean. Okay? So it's an easy kata to do, but what you've got is Sanchin and Tensho are very sort of close to each other. But Sanchin is what you call an internal kata. When you're doing Sanchin, everything's set against itself. It's an isometric exercise. All your muscles are working together. Tensho is a little bit more external, a little bit more flowing. It's one of the oldest katas there is as well. One of Sensei's favourites too. You see so many different versions of it, and it's one of the original Chinese ones, one of the oldest katas that there are. Okay. Now, it's changed a bit over the years. I've worked with guys in Shin Kyokushin in Vietnam, Shin Kyokushin in Astana in Kazakhstan, and also So Kyokushin in Uzbekistan, places like that. And they all have very slightly different versions, but I think the IKKU one broadly aligns with the IFK one. Okay? So there are slightly different versions of it, but we'll go through ours. So all you need, stance-wise, for this, all you've got to do is Sanchin. That's it. Okay. There's a bit of moving backwards and forwards, but you don't even turn around. It's even more simple than Sanchin, Macha, because you keep facing forward all the time. Okay. So when I say move your feet, just step backwards or forwards in Sanchin. Okay. Because, you know, that's where the base is, all the actors will be. Okay, so what we're going to do, from there, we won't bother too much with the tension or anything. What we're going to do, just to get used to it, is the Tai Chi Ken version. Okay, Tai Chi Ken is a lot like Tai Chi. It's nice and steady, it flows, it's a very smooth movement. Okay. Then you've got the normal version, and then you've got a thing called Keke. You know, Mache, you're a green belt, aren't you, mate? Yeah? You know about Sanchin with Ki? Yeah? So you've got normal Sanchin, Sanchin with Ki, and then you can do Sanchin really slowly if you want to type Ken. So there's 3 different versions of Sanchin, there's 3 different versions of Tensho as well. So we'll go through it nice and steady. So we'll just take it nice and steady, won't bother with mock soul. Just start from there. Just come down into Yoi, everybody. Yeah. Now step forward with your right foot into Sanchin, and then cover here. We used to do the big scoop. We come across and cover out. Okay. Now left arm moves back. Left arm moves back. there is hook around the neck and pull in. So it's got to cut back, pull in, so it comes right back. Okay? Now this is a modification, Tom. This used to swoop, but now what we're doing is we're doing Kyokushin Gamanuchi, so it comes straight out and a strike to the side of the head. Okay?
But I only know it with like shote,
Yeah.
Jodan, and then turn to do shito, yizo.
Yeah. So you know how the original version was like that? It was swoop, swoop, out. Yeah. Now you've got swoop, strike,
Us.
out. It makes it a little bit more definite. Okay? Sorry guys, so let's do it again. So from there, hook with your right arm, and now strike Shito-Yoka Gamanuchi. And now pull back, and from there, you shote uki Jodan, nice and steady. That's the first 4 count, 5, 2, and 5 pass. Okay? Now from there, turn the hand round so the heel of your hand is facing out, and now you're going to strike Shito Hizuchi right through. Then you come back, then you block with an open hand shote uki Gedan. Yeah. Now you put your ring finger and your thumb together, get these all in a point, and you come up with your wrist, that's right. Now, again, this is the difference, Tom. In a lot of places, people go out still, but now this comes straight down. You know, Yansu does this, doesn't it? Yansu goes round, yeah? This goes up and down. Up, down, and now from there, you're going to make that shape again. You're going to come out, then with the side, and then in. Just into the middle, okay? Now step through, so your left leg's in stanchion. Come through again. Right arm comes back this time. Open your left hand. Hook. Yeah, so bring it all the way back. Strike. Let's show you Yamanuchi back again. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that's 5, 2, and 5 pass. Remember, you're striking with the heel of your hand, so don't go too straight. Turn it all the way round. Strike Shito Hizuchi. Back. Down. Shote Uki Gedan. Now up. Down. Out. In. And now from there, third time, step through, right stanchion this time, round you come with the block. Now open both. Now you do double hook and back. Yeah, and these 2 strikes, they come in together and back. Now, move back a bit. Now you make the third shape there, turn round, round and in together, back, and then push down, both hands open, again, make that shape as you come down. Now you're coming up, together, down, out, and in. I wish that we were somewhere where we could get hold of each other because I could show you these breaks, okay? Now from there, that's good, Tom, yeah? From there you've got a little bit of a change you're going to think about. Just imagine you've got a big ball shape in front of you there, okay? So from there you're going to come out, strike in the neck, and now you pull these 3 fingers back, so you've got one sticking out, and you pull back. Now flatten your hands again, and now they come together and push out the same as doing Sanji. Okay, now again, strike, pull the 3 fingers back, pull in, push out, and again strike, pull the 3 fingers back, and push out. And now the same finish as Stanchi Dachi, right arm, step back, Stonewash Yuki, left arm, Fingers up. Yeah. Yeah, and left arm step back, Shomo Shuki, and in. Okay?
Us, Sensei. Did it used to be?
Yeah.
I remember for like self-defense, I'm sure Shian Levit used to say, cut.
Yeah, but the reason it changed, Tom,
Us.
is this. I wish we were in a club where we could get hold of each other. Yeah, this is a strike down. What tends to happen with that is this sort of move.
Us.
And you lose the strength because your elbow's too high. Yeah, so you push through there. Yeah, you get more of a push. And it's what you're doing is it's a stronger move here before
Us.
your hand flattens out. If you scoop, tend to pull in, then you can see the angle my shoulders at. But if I do
Us.
that, I've got much more downward force on it. Okay, coming through there. Yeah.
Us.
Something
Thank
else,
you.
Yeah, something else that's changed. I don't know if you can see it. In Shikomoshi forever and ever, we've always done that. Yeah.
Us.
Now we do this. So it goes there, not there.
Yeah. Us.
I know it feels odd. It's took me about 3 years to get this.
Feels really odd.
Yeah, it does. It's a better disengage and a much easier. It's better for your wrist to come through and get the speed, and then the force comes at the end.
Us.
Yeah, because it releases your shoulders a little bit, and you got. If you're doing this, you're putting a lot of tension in the back of the tricep when you do this, so it slows you coming through. If you're pushing from there, you've lost that tension, so it comes. It's a lot
Us.
sharper. Okay.
Us.
Yeah, I know it feels weird. But this,
Very.
yeah, this is just what the IFK does. It's just different. You know, if you ask Kyokushin, Enshin, Rotherham, any of those guys, you'll get a slightly different feeling about it. Something I want to point out as well, guys, when you're doing Shikomoshi, make sure it's in front of you there. Okay? Because more often than not, you'll see people do this. Yeah? Now imagine, Shikomoshi is primarily a break for somebody in front. And if I let go, I've lost them. Okay? So it's an easy exercise to do if you get somebody to stand with their hands out like that and just stay in contact with them as you do the Shikomoshi. Yeah? Now, Shikomoshi is really, really useful because once you've done this break, you can come up under the arm, you can come into the face. There's all sorts of things you can do. You can spend a whole afternoon just on this because, you know, you can push across, but you can step in and scoop around the head if you want. You can hit them in the back of the neck. You can throw them, you can trap them, you can roll them over backwards. There's all sorts going on. So when we finally get going again, Tom, I'll come over and throw you about one day. Okay? So there's lots you can do.
Us. Would love that. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Tensho as well is a really, really strong kata because I know we do this. Yeah. There. That. But if you think about the moves that you're doing, this is a very formal pattern. Yeah. This, the strike, that. The bunkai for this is neck, face. Yeah. There, oof. Bang, bang, bang.
Us.
Yeah.
Sensei, I know what bunkai is, but I think some of the juniors might not know what bunkai means in relation to katas. Sorry.
The bunkai is another word for application. Okay, so it's the actual technique and the way that you put it into what's it. So in kata, everything is formalized. It's a certain way of practicing it to get you used to doing it. Okay, so we do 1, 2, 3. But in practice, nobody's going to stand there while you hook them around the neck, pull it back to the waist, shove them away and strike in the neck, pull it back to the waist, and then strike in the face. Okay? So the actual practicality of it, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if you've got a bag, or you've got a partner, or your mum and dad, or something like that, try neck, neck, face. And it's especially effective if somebody's got hold of you, because you've got an anchor then to hit. Okay? So it really doesn't matter which one you do it with, it's 1, 2, 3. And just imagine that bottle is somebody's neck. Okay? So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay? There's no big scoop in the neck, round and in the other side, and then in the face. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. And you can do it really fast. When you practice it, there's a bit bang, bang, bang. The other person really doesn't know what's going on, but if they've got you, they've actually been hit twice, and then the face has been twisted away. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. Like I say, it's a little bit difficult to do it when there's nobody standing in front of you. But let's go through the kata again one more time. Okay? Right. So from there, nice and steady. Step through right sanchin, cover, and 3. Left arm comes back. From there, open your right. Up, pull back. Strike, pull back. And then shote uki joda. Okay? Turn it. Izo, back. And shote uki yeda. Now up. Make sure your elbow is under your wrist. Down. Yeah, and down from there. Out. And in. Step through. With your left sanchin, cover again. Pull that right arm back. Up. Strike. Back. Out. Turn it. Round. Back. Down. Up. Down. Out. In. Okay. Step through. Move backwards and put the ball in. Now both hands, hook, strike, and back. Then out. There. Turn them. Round and in. Back. And down. Now from there, up, down, out, and in. Try and keep your elbows in, guys. Don't go too far. Try and keep your elbows tight and in. Okay? Now from there, remember, round the beach ball in the neck. Yeah. Pull the 3 fingers in, pull back, and then out. And again, round the neck, pull back, and out, round the neck, pull back, and out. Now cover, step back, stomo shuki, and out, cover, step back, stomo shuki, and out. And from there, finish. Okay. With these, with the strike, what you see in some styles is that the strike sort of goes over here. But the way that we're doing it, when I come from there, when I come from there, I'm just coming into the net. Yeah?
Can I ask 2 questions, Sensei?
Yeah.
When you do your Morote Shito Yoko,
Yeah.
Yoko Gammon,
Yeah.
do you come up on your toes as you reach to grab and pull back, or do you bolt your feet to the floor?
Used to, but now it's just there. So you come there, yeah,
Us.
because leaning forward isn't doing you any favours.
Like, obviously, when I was taught the kata first, it was you had to over-exaggerate the reach. So
Yeah. Yeah, but that's gone because imagine, you know, I've hit you because this bit, I don't know if you can see that,
us,
is a grab on the collar and a finger in the neck. Yeah.
us,
So I've hit you, grabbed you, and then I pull down with these in your neck and the pressure point. Yeah. So if I'm
us,
leaning forward and I grab you, I've got no force. If I'm doing this,
us,
I can't do that.
us,
There. And one thing you have to watch for, guys, what happens a lot, from here, what happens a lot is that instead of strike, grab, back, people tend to flick and pull the fingers back at the same time. Yeah, strike, back, pull. Right? So what you need to do next time you can actually get hold of somebody is grab hold of a piece of G and stick your finger in that pressure point and twist. Yeah? Because again,
Us.
the application is slightly different because you're aiming for this pressure point down here.
us.
Right?
Very good. Second question: when you do, I guess you'd call it yoko kokenuki,
Yeah.
either both or single. So yoko though, how far do you take your block back? Is my question. Rather, because you obviously come up, down, in show, down, and then you come out to the side. How far before you get weak as a
Just on the body line, mate.
Sorry.
Anywhere past the body line and you stuck it on that.
Us.
Because it's a break. Yeah?
Us.
Push them back. Push them back. If you see the guys, it's really strange watching the Chinese version of this because if I just run through it, if you watch the original version, there's a lot of swing in it.
Us.
It's being used a lot. The Kyokushin version, it's a lot more set. But if you see the way that the Chinese guys do it, it's a lot more. There's a lot more of this in it. This circular swaying. You know?
Us.
So if you just
Thank you.
that sort of movement, what are you going to do with it? All right? Everybody all right with that? Yeah. Okay. I know time's getting on. I'm just going to talk about something for a couple of minutes, if that's okay, Tom.
Perfect. Us.
Okay. I just want to talk about Sanchin. Have you guys heard of me booking up after that?
Us. I think everyone has us.
Yeah. So doing it in the 4 different stances?
Maybe Senpai Varias from Scotland and Mate. I'm not. None of my juniors have.
Right. Well, what it is if you're doing Sanchin kata originally was taught in that particular way. It was, you know, obviously borrowed from Goju, and they use it a lot. But there is more than one way of doing that particular kata. The breathing's the same, the hand movements are the same, but there are 4 stances for this. Rather than just Sanchin, there is Sanchin, Zenkutsu, Kakutsu, Kibadachi, Onjigo. So you go all the way through the kata the same way that you would in Sanchin, but you actually use the different stances. It's a whole different dynamic, a whole different exercise. Because if you can imagine trying to do Sanchin kata in Zenkutsudachi, the stretch is very different. Okay? Just let me put the camera on my legs a minute, I'll show you what I mean. Okay? So, let's just stay on doing Sanchin kata, okay? So Sanchin, come through there, all the dynamic here, I'm pushing, everything's locked off, it's all nice and solid, okay? So you can tell, you know, you're doing your kata in Sanchin, doing your step across, stuff like that. Now imagine if you're doing the same thing with the same amount of tension in Zenkutsudachi. What you've got to do then, in Sanchin, the tension is this way, okay? In Zenkutsudachi, the tension is this way. So if you're in Zenko Sadachi, you've got to pull your front and back foot together there. So when you're coming through doing this, the stances, it's a whole different feeling. Yeah? When you get to the turn, so I've got this leg forward, when you get to the turn, you still turn with the front foot, the same way that you would in Sanchi Dashi, doing Sanchi Kata. Okay? Everybody got that? Yeah? So you can do the same thing in Kikutsu. Again, rather than just sitting in it, you've really got to sit down and pull. There. There. Okay? And when you turn, it's still the front foot. Now, the most difficult one for me is Kidachi Yonsho. Okay? I'm coming through here, there, and the turn and the pull this time is, again, this way. What you've got to be really careful of is it's from the floor, not from there. Yeah? You've got to sit down and push your heels together. You plant your feet on the floor so they don't move, but your heels, the tension is actually transferred between your heels rather than dropping your knees in. Okay? That can give you all sorts of problems with your knees. So, again, I've got some videos of that, Tom, that I can send to you in those different stances so you can see how you do it. Okay?
Us.
All right? So that's about it from me, guys. I'm really sorry about forgetting the key on at the beginning. It's a good job. It's a good job Pharaoh Ninjas were there to put us right, isn't it? Always trust that. Has anybody got any questions before we sign off?
The questions can be about any kata, not just the ones we've covered, guys, or any Kion.
No?
No one?
No one? All right. Cool. Oh, well. Looks like I'll be getting a gin tonic quite soon then. Okay, right. Thank you very much, guys, for letting me join you. I really enjoyed it. If you want to do another one anytime, Tom, let me know.
Of course.
So we can go through the book, you know.
Of course.
Might be a little bit. But I'll send you those videos through over the next day or so.
Brilliant.
Work on that. All right?
Of course. Thank you so much for tonight, Sensei. I really enjoyed it. Of course.